You have no soul. Kinda. I'm so sorry. I don't want to get in you. Do I? Hey, it's been a freaking minute. When did I last record? March? Like January or something is when I freaking last posted anything. I think I'm gonna start taking like a different route with these videos. I love how like I just get on here and like yapper McYappington 24/7 on here. But I kind of really love like topicked videos, even though I'm the queen of bouncing between 18 bazillion topics and somehow circling back and creating continuity. I have so many written down that I've just been adding to. I have my iPad here that I'm still paying off with Klarna. Thank you. Thank you. No spoilers. No spoilers. We've done the Shakespeare, which was a hit. People love Shakespeare. Oh my god, do people love Shakespeare and they don't even realize it? And I love talking to people about Shakespeare because every single time they're like, "You're very passionate about this." I'm like, "Of course I am. It's Shakespeare. You need to be passionate about this too. And here's why." And 9 times out of 10, they listen. We could stick in with the Shakespeare realm, okay? The thing with Shakespeare is I could talk ad nauseum about Shakespeare, but at a certain point it does kind of, I go in circles a little bit because, and also I will say I have been putting Shakespeare on the back burner just a little bit. I've been very busy, okay? I'm a busy girl. I've been working. Okay. I was talking to my friend about Shakespeare. But actually no, it wasn't even about Shakespeare. It was about Wes Anderson. And if anyone knows anything about me, I love my movies. I love Wes Anderson movies. I probably have seen almost all of them. That's a lie. I think I need to watch like 4 more. And then I've seen all of them. So I'm almost there, Mr. Anderson. I'm almost there. I adore his movies. And okay, actually let's talk about, this is our topic today. Because I'm actually really want to talk about this because it's intriguing to me. If you've never seen a Wes Anderson movie, maybe turn one on and then you'll understand. Turn it on and then come back to this. I'd recommend Asteroid City because that's the example I'm going to use here. When you watch a Wes Anderson movie, you're not going to understand shit, okay? He does have some movies where you can sit back and be like, okay, I know what's going on, like I'm following the storyline here. I'm gonna be honest, even though I understood Asteroid City from the beginning, during it, mama. Mama, let me tell you, I had no idea what was happening. I was like, "Oh, oh, what a pretty, oh, okay, this is fun." Wes Anderson, I was talking about it where I love Asteroid City. Like, when I saw Asteroid City, I rewatched that movie 5 fucking times. And at one point in the same day, I watched it and then watched it immediately again. I love that movie, and it is so, even though I didn't really get it, and a lot of people did not understand that movie, and it's so, if you've watched it, here's what I'm gonna say, because this is spoilers, that's why I'm telling people to go back and watch the motherfucking movie, because I'm gonna talk about it. It's about a child feeling akin to an alien coming in from this world, because he feels so alienated from his own family after the loss of his mother. And even the father feels alienated, like everyone in this family feels so alienated from one another, and the one thing that brings them together is this extraterrestrial I'm gonna cry. Whoa. It's this extraterrestrial, this actual alien that comes down, brings all of them together in this specific moment. Oh my god, it's so sweet. And there's this running thing of like this alien is just so shy. I mean, he doesn't want to come down. And it's shown, and as a puppet, when this alien comes down, he's very shy and blah 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 blah. Margot Robbie plays this little boy's mother, and the father used to be an actor, I think, or I'm trying to remember because even though I've seen it like 18,000 times, girl, once the hyperfixation goes. They met when she was an actress on another thing, and they were running lines with each other. Because she had left the show for another show next door, and so he had a different actress playing his wife's part. I don't think they were married at the time. But it all ties together because the mother's literally, she's like something 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 is like, I think he's shy. And that, oh, cuz the dad is so hard on the son to be like, get out there, blah blah blah, and like do this and blah blah blah, and then it's like he's just shy. Like he just needs, and then the dad's like, I think he needs his mother. I'm gonna cry. Like it's so sweet. It's like, I think he needs his mom. Like he needs you and I need you. And she's like, I can't be there. Clearly I can't be there. He's just shy and he just needs your love and he needs your help. And it's so sweet. Fuck. Blew my mind when I looked online and people were like, I don't understand this fucking movie. Bitch. But all that to say, I get why people don't understand it, because sometimes I watch Wes Anderson, I'm like, girl, what are you saying? The Phoenician Scheme? Hello, Wes Anderson. I don't know what you had going on. And I get the gist of the movie. I probably also should rewatch The Phoenician Scheme. Great movie. It was very fun. But I remember sitting down and watching it and being like, what is happening? I was talking to my friend about this because I was like, I've gone on the topic of Wes Anderson movies or whatever. And I literally said the exact same thing. I was like, I didn't understand shit about The Phoenician Scheme. And she's like, me too. And then I said, okay, it gives me like Shakespeare. Like he's kind of, the shit he's putting out is like Shakespeare. Shakespeare, he made his own fucking version of English. It's a no-brainer. So many people are like, what is this? What are we reading? What is he talking about? What does thou mean? What is blah 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 blah, you know. He literally made shit up and put that in there and expected people to understand it, and they did. Because you know why they did? You don't have to understand exactly word for word what he's saying. You can feel it. And that's what Wes Anderson does, bro. I'm not trying to sit here and be like, oh, Wes Anderson's the fucking GOAT. No, I do have issues on how he casts his movies. And how he writes people of color. But that's a whole nother fucking can of worms, okay? Shakespeare, I say this so many times to so many people because they're like, I never understand Shakespeare. That doesn't matter. You don't need to understand him. You could feel that shit. You feel it, and it's up to the actor's interpretation and blah, 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 blah. But still, good Shakespeare is when you can feel it and you don't understand it. I'm gonna mention this again because it changed my life. Seeing Shakespeare in the park in New York, they had an entire conversation in Swahili. I didn't understand nothing. It made me bawl my fucking eyes out. And I could cry thinking about it right now because it was beautiful. And I've never seen anything like that in a Shakespeare adaptation ever in my life. And to see it in person with like Lupita and that's what Shakespeare is, dude. And they're doing it again with Romeo and Juliet that they're showing right now. And I wish to God I could go and see it because it looks freaking epic. But it's set on like the Mexican-American border. They're speaking Spanish the whole fucking time. Get me there now. Are you kidding me? They post clips about it, and the scene where he's like, what light through yonder window breaks? That bitch is, it's all in Spanish. See how she leans her hand upon her cheek or some shit. Boy, I wish I was that hand or some shit. He says that in Spanish. He says that bitch in Spanish. Oh my god. And then people are complaining about how it's like too modern and but you Shakespeare purists need to get out. He's been dead for 200 years. Who cares? Who cares? Also, the dude was in theater. He was in theater. Though, I'm gonna say this, maybe if he was alive today, he would probably be like, he'd probably be like the person to be like, it needs to be word for word. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But I'm not gonna do that because it's cool. Also, Shakespeare's for everyone, and it makes sense that you need to be able to adapt it for everyone. So yes, we're gonna have this bitch in Spanish. Yes, actually, we're gonna portray two 14-year-olds killing themselves because they love each other in Spanish. And that's very Mexican. Most Mexican shit I've ever seen, by the way, is Romeo and Juliet. Let's talk about that. But yeah, I was like, Wes Anderson, you're kind of Shakespearean because his shit is weird. His shit is fucking weird. It's weird. I don't understand half of what he's talking about in those things. When I first saw Asteroid City, I mean, I said I got it the first time. I kind of got it, but it was just, I literally just cried. I was just like, I'm crying to cry. I don't know why I'm crying. And I thought about it some more and I rewatched and I said, oh, oh. And then I talked about it with my friends. I said, oh, that's why I'm crying. I'm the alien. Ah! That's the same with Shakespeare. Like, once you start getting Shakespeare and connecting to his work, you're like, wait, whoa. What I love about Shakespeare is you kind of have to analyze his shit, dude. You kind of have to analyze it. It's so fun. It's like dissecting like a little frog. Oh my god, I dissected a rat for college and it was so fucking bad because I was in an online class and they literally had to like ship it to me. And it was like a vacuum sealed rat. Ugh. Oh, it was gross and there was like juice. I'm gonna vomit. Wes Anderson, though, surrealism. I love surrealism. I've loved surrealism ever since I took an AP art history class, girl. I think that's like just my favorite. It's because you have to interpret it and you have to use your feelings. You can't just let it give it to you plain, girl. You gotta dig deep. And then people who are like, I don't like surrealism. It makes no sense. You have no soul. It was sucked out of you when you were a baby. You have no soul inside of your body. You're a husk. Yeah, I like realism. I like realism paintings. Whatever. Grow up. Don't ask me a favorite surrealist artist though, because I don't remember shit. But what do you mean you're just painting some weird shit and then being like, yeah, this is about how when my mom left when I was 2. Oh. Oh, it's like a empty grocery bag. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. I love it. I love when artists are weird as hell and make no sense, which leads me back to Wes Anderson. Like, he makes no sense sometimes, and the way I just don't know how his brain works. I kind of want to like crawl inside his brain. You ever see like artists or people like that where you're like, I need to get in that thing. I don't want to get in you. Do I? Maybe that's why people are like, Wes Anderson is washed. He's a washed director. You guys just gotta think. You gotta think when you watch this shit. One, I say surrealism. He's kind of. I don't know if Wes Anderson really borders on like surrealism. You know who does surrealism really freaking good? Julio Torres. Oh my god. Problemista. That movie, girl. Oh my gosh. Talk about surrealism. If you haven't seen Problemista, watch Problemista. Good example of new age surrealism in film. And I love surrealism as also kind of being woken up by people my age. It's really sick to see that. And also how they're interpreting like surrealism with their experiences growing up with the rise of technology and how that in itself is surrealist. Woof. Woof. I think Shakespeare in a way is very surrealist. Can we be honest? I love, maybe a good example of this is like Macbeth, maybe. I love when he takes like the mystical elements where it's like witches and like prophecy and blah blah blah, and it's so very like macabre but also like not real, and but it's such a, oh, he does such a good job of like putting whoever's watching or reading into this world where you're like, okay, wow, yeah, there's a fucking prophecy. You're gonna die. Your baby's gonna burn. The killer's behind you. Like, he does such a good job of you just get so kind of sucked into what you're in. God, oh, they did amazing on Hamnet. Also, hey, people in my life, I've been telling them to watch Hamnet. They watch it and go, I couldn't finish it. Oh, seeing the same sentiments though of Hamnet, of like people kind of being like, oh, this is really boring. I didn't feel that way when I watched it. When I was in the theater, girl, whoo, boohoo, crying in the theater. Get up the second the credits roll, go in my car, sob for 15 minutes. Cool. Cool, you're gonna look me in the face and tell me that movie was boring to you? My god. Am I crazy? What's happening? Like, I was like, what? What? But amazing example of that with Hamnet, despite how many liberties they took. The scene where they're performing Hamlet, girl, I was on the edge of my seat. They literally suck you in. Same with when I went to go see Twelfth Night. You just become immersed in this world, and that's Shakespeare for you. Shakespeare and the actors who interpret Shakespeare, of course, but I mean, sometimes you're gonna see some adaptations where it's like, why are you playing this character like this? And that's just gonna happen. I do feel like objectively, you know, when Shakespeare's done right, you are brought into a world that's not real and it's treated like it is, and that is freaking awesome. And Wes Anderson really does a good job of doing that too. What's a really good example of like a world like this that he's created? Mr. Fantastic Fox. What's his name? Nick Wilde. Yeah, yeah, uh, yeah, I'm a cinephile. My favorite movie is Zootopia by Wes Anderson. My favorite movie is actually going to be Zootopia 1 and 2, directed by Wes Anderson. Now, if Wes Anderson had directed Zootopia, this movie is about a fox who steals chickens. And he lives in a tree. And has a phobia of wolves. But the phobia isn't really of wolves. This is what I mean, this motherfucker. What does this movie even mean? It's about a fucking wolf. It's about a wolf, but it's not about a wolf. He says one thing and means another, which I guess is like really good for movies because it's kind of what they're about. Right? But that's why people don't like this motherfucker. That's why people don't like him, because he makes you literally, you gotta think critically, even though it's not really critically thinking. It's kind of, he's really kind of putting it in your face and waving it around. So Wes Anderson is Shakespeare reincarnated. I'm just kidding. He's not. Sorry, I'm also playing with yes, TikTok shop got me. Oh yeah, there's cat hair all over this. It leaves a weird residue on my hands, and it kind of, when I first got it, I didn't wash it. And you know, it kind of hurt my skin. It kind of hurt my skin a little bit. I should have picked a topic I can talk longer about, even though I can talk longer about this. I love Shakespeare. Let's phone a friend. Let's phone a friend. I'm using my iPad audio. Hey Mia. Currently filming a video. Like literally right now. I was just talking about Wes Anderson and Shakespeare. And I'm trying to continue the topic. Do you have any points that might help me spur on? I kind of did talk about like how they're very similar, and I used Asteroid City as a good example. Because we kind of talked about it, and that's why I wrote it down. Okay, thanks. Love you. And now we wait. The last thing I sent Mia was a video of me playing with the slime, by the way. So we'll just see what she's got locked in the chamber and loaded for us. Some of these topics really got me wondering, like, I should be calling like a helpline or something. You know what? One of the last things I put on here one of the last things I put on here is I feel too much. Mama, this is not a therapy session. I'm here to talk about bullshit. Okay? Just kidding. Just kidding. I guess we have to sit and analyze our fucking emotions, guys. I guess. Fuck. Shit. That's Mia texting me back. She said, fuck. I wish I could rewind my brain so I can listen to what I just said, so that way I can be like, oh, that's what I can talk about, but I literally forgot everything I was talking about like 2 minutes ago. I guess that's another thing. People, the lack of like critical thinking skills right now, and like the media literacy lack, it, for one, first of all, horrifying. I can't, stress enough how scary it is that no one has media literacy anymore at all. No one knows how to no one knows how to navigate the internet in a way where like they can't fall for some bullshit or to not take things as literally as they're seen on the internet. Oh, that's actually scary as fuck. Literally growing up is the first thing they tell you, don't believe everything you see on the internet. And I said, right, you're right. I can use critical thinking skills and be like, that's not true. Oh my god, no one wants to think. No one's critically thinking anymore, and people are dying. Actually, maybe I'm not okay, because sometimes I will tell someone to watch something and being like, oh, it's so good, blah blah blah, and then they get back to me and they're like, this was not good, I couldn't finish it. And I say, part of me, and I have to catch myself, I do judge you. Ooh, is that pretentious? Yes. And is that rude? Yes. But at the same time, I'm like, did we watch the same thing? Did we think of the same stuff? I can't help but be like, I get this more than you. Is that fucked up? Am I fucked up for thinking I have better critical thinking skills than other people? No. I don't think so. I think I know everything. No, I don't. But it's like, because sometimes it's like not even something that crazy. Like, oh my god. And, or maybe it's like birds of a feather flock together, because I will have my friends, I'll be like, guys, we have to sit down and we watch this thing that I love and I'm very passionate about. And I tell them, be honest, if you fucking hate it, tell me you hate it. I don't care. I don't care. Don't matter to me. That kind of contradicts what I just said, but it's true. I don't care. You don't like it, that's okay. But 9 times out of 10, they're like, wait, this was freaking awesome and good. And I go, yes. Duh. I know, because I can critically think and I understand a piece of media. And sometimes I do have to be like, okay, here's this movie. Listen, you really got a critical think on this one. Like Tag, it's a Japanese horror movie. It is really bad. It's really bad. But I love that movie with my entire heart and soul. It is so insane. It's by Shion Sono, who is he has a one movie out that's like 4 fucking hours long, and I'm never gonna watch it. I'm never gonna watch it, even though everyone's like, you gotta watch this movie, it's so fucking good. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. And a lot of people also debate how he writes his female characters, which I agree. However, with Tag, I love it. It's about this Japanese schoolgirl. She is on a trip with her school and they're coming back from it. And all her friends are on the bus, and all of a sudden like a feather comes by and it falls on the floor of the bus, and she bends down to pick it up and like, where the hell did this feather come from? Next thing you know, this wind or whatever comes through, slices the entire bus in half, including all of her friends, and she's the only one alive. It is the worst thing you'll ever see in your life, because even more crazier stuff happens, and it's gory and insane. Oh my god, but the ending, it's so beautiful. Like, the connection she has with her friends, and like her and this one girl, I swear, are gay down, and it's like there's so much love between them, and like there's so much love that it transcends what's happening to the point where it's like she does everything in her power to save her friend from this repeated fate that she has been doomed to. Oh, and it's so good. It's so beautiful, and I love that movie. And I literally had to I showed that shit on twitch.tv, girl. I gave a warning several times. I did it when I started, right before, and right as I pressed play on the movie. I said, y'all, this movie is not good, but it's important and you need to watch it. And afterwards I was like, okay guys, we're gonna sit here, we're gonna talk about it, we're gonna talk it out. Everyone gave it 5 stars. Thank you. Thank you. Just analyze some shit, man. Just use your critical thinking skills and put your critical thinking caps on, please. Oh my god. I don't know. I see a big lack in the media literacy and like critical thinking shit with a lot of how people post about movie reviews. And it's kind of weird. And I notice it a lot too. I mean, movies, TV shows, a lot of people forget nuance exists and you can have nuance for really hard topics. Of course there's going to be exceptions, duh, but in this scenario, like a good example is like Rue from like Euphoria, which by the way did not finish season 3, don't give a fuck. Got the ending spoiled for me. Boo hoo cried my eyes out. You thought I lost somebody. And I really did. To be fair. To be fair. If you don't know the ending of it. To be fair. Whatever they did to my baby Rue. Awful. Awful and I don't care. Awful and I don't care. But the people lacked so much nuance with Rue and it really messed me up. Like when her character was in high school, dude, I remember when Euphoria first came out and when season 2 was dropping, or like the final premiere of season 1, I think, like the finale of season 1, whatever, was coming out, Zendaya had to post on her Instagram telling people to chill the fuck out about Rue and how much she protects Rue. And oh my god, people, like, it was crazy the stuff people would say about Rue. This is a teenager who is going through addiction and mental health issues. The shit people would say about her. And it broke my freaking heart. And then they kept doing it in season 2, and I was like, y'all are horrible. Like, oh my god, the stuff people would say about her. And this is a character. This is a character in a TV show. This is a character in a TV show. And people are saying the most vile stuff I've ever seen anyone say about another human being. And the whole time I'm thinking, you're gonna tell this to someone in real life to their face? Like, you would say this shit to their face? This is a teenager, mind you. This is when Rue was a teenager in high school. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, Rue's a saint, Rue's done this, Rue, blah, 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 blah. I don't care. I don't know, empathy and nuance, guys, goes a long fucking way, and maybe some critical thinking. Put your thinking caps on. People take things so literal now, and there's way too much. There's so much going on. There's way too much going on for you to be taking stuff literal. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Or like anything at face value with all this AI. There could be people posting New York Times articles written by an AI chat GPT bot named Sharon. I mean, it's a kind of a basic thing you learn in school. Critical thinking is really important to have. If you can't critical think, you won't have a time and a half in society. If you cannot critical think and like infer and like make your own judgment with a nuanced take and eventually deciding on what you've got going on, in your opinion, that's really bad. And you're like 24? Whoa. You're 24, you can't infer? Whoa. Also, teenagers now can't use computers, which is really scary. Like middle schoolers, teenagers, like they cannot use a computer. They can't even pull up Google Docs and figure out how to type something or insert an image into Google Docs. Oh, but you're an expert on an iPhone. You're an expert on an iPad. Okay. Shit. Like, we're gonna die in 20 years. Oh my god. Everyone's gonna blow up in 20 years because no one could fucking critical think or infer. All the engineers are gonna die or be shipped to fucking Mars by Elon Musk. Like, shit, we're gonna die. We're gonna fucking blow up. Fuck. This is so screwed. We're screwed. We're screwed, guys, because no one reads Shakespeare. It all goes back, baby, to Shakespeare. Everything goes back to Shakespeare. If you're 24 and you can't, like, read a news article and, like, that's clearly biased and be like, oh, that's biased, I'm not gonna listen to that, but you read it and go, oh, they might have a point. And it's about, like, we should burn babies. You gotta go. We're dead. Oh, it's like that one story where it's, like, some dude in a town who was like, we should eat the babies because clearly there's a famine going on. We need to eat the babies. And the people were like, why would we eat the babies? And he's like, because we're fucking hungry. What do you mean, why would we eat the babies? And they're like, we're not eating the babies. And then some people were like, what is that? Let's look this up. Story where Man tells town to eat babies. A modest proposal. Oh. A modest proposal for preventing the children of poor people from being a burden to their parents or country and for making them beneficial to the public. Commonly referred to simply as a modest proposal, is a 1729 satirical essay by the Anglo-Irish writer and clergyman Jonathan Swift. The essay, written from the perspective of a fictional narrator, suggests that the Irish poor could ease their economic troubles by selling their children as food to wealthy gentlemen and ladies. In English writing, the phrase "a modest proposal" is now conventionally an allusion to this style of deadpan satire. It was published to be like, oh, guys, don't take me seriously. And people were like, wait, what the fuck? He's being fucking for real. Why would we eat the babies? Even then, man, people were like, I lack critical thinking, but like, that's literally people doing now. Like, we're gonna die. It's still being analyzed and read till to this day because people are like, was he being real as fuck? Was he being real as hell, or was he like making fun of like the Irish people and like calling them like crazy shit? Or was he being silly and funny? And that's why we need critical thinking, guys. That's why we need critical thinking. Can you imagine though if you were like, oh, let's open the daily paper. Let's tune into the daily paper. Let's tune into the news this morning, darling, with a cuppa. And you open that shit and it says, Irish people eat your babies now. Oh. Whoa. Let's read an excerpt from this, shall we? Also, yes, I'm using Wikipedia. Yes. I'm gonna be dead honest. This might be the best source of information we have now. I'll be very honest with you. This might be the best fucking source we've got. Sorry. Much of its shock value derives from the fact that the first portion of the essay describes the plight of starving beggars in Ireland, so that the reader is unprepared for the surprise of Swift's solution when he states, "A young, healthy child, well nursed, is, at a year old, a most delicious, nourishing, and wholesome food, whether stewed, roasted, baked, or boiled. And I make no doubt that it will equally serve in a fricasse. It's a stew with pieces of meat that have been browned in butter or ragout." Wait, he might have been really fucked up. Swift goes to great lengths to support his argument, including a list of possible preparation styles for the children and calculations showing the financial benefits of his suggestion. He uses methods of argument throughout his essay which lampoon the then influential William Petty. Imagine that said William Shakespeare. I would have been like, and the social engineering popular among followers of Francis Bacon. Wait a minute. Francis Bacon? These lampoons include appealing to the authority of a very knowing American of my acquaintance in London and the famous Solomonizer, a French man who claimed to be the first native of Formosa to visit Europe. A native of the island Formosa who already confessed to not being from Formosa. Oh, okay, right. What the hell's going on here? He literally is bullshitting his way through his essay, bro. This dude literally put bullshit in his hand and smeared it all over the paper. Like, that's exactly what he did with this essay. I'm kind of obsessed with him. Is he Irish? I was about to do British accent. Anglo-Irish writer. What does that mean? He had an Irish accent. Therefore, let no man talk to me of other expedients of taxing our absentees at 5 shillings a pound, of using neither clothes nor household. This guy was kind of fucked up, to be honest. Hey, let's boil all of the 1-year-olds. Bro. That one woke friend who goes too far. Moral of the story, put on your thinking caps, watch something that's complicated or read something that's complicated or whatever, and don't call it boring. Sit with the fact that you don't understand that shit and figure out what you don't understand. It's not that hard. Y'all just don't want to put the work in, and I'm here to tell you, do it. It makes you smarter. And we need smarter right now. We need fucking smarter, bitch. They're literally putting up buildings that make you deaf. We need you to be. We need smart. We need smart. Do you hear me? We need smart. We need smart people. Oh my god. Okay. I'm leaving. No life updates. These are serious videos. No, they're not. I'm gonna keep coming up with some bullshit to talk about because the other topics I got on here are just. Okay, that's it for this. I'm gonna go and watch Toy Story 1. So, if you want some critical thinking media, there it is. Okay. Bye. You know where to find me. If you don't, click my little icon and it'll tell you my links and you can follow me there. Okay.